So I guess this is the annoying part of the video where I tell you what we're going to do today, even though you saw the title of the video and the picture of my face on it and you're like, hey, I want to know how to do that. And that's why you clicked on it in the first place. But we're going to do a Smokey Eye with nude lips. And I don't really know what I'm doing, but this is how I do it when I do it. So let's just roll the clip. Okay, so we're going to start with priming the lids, and I'm going to use my MAC paint pot in soft ochre. And after I put this on the lid, I like to kind of dab off any excess, because if you get too much on there, it's going to crease up and do basically the opposite of what you're wanting it to do. And if you haven't noticed, I've already done my whole face and everything. If you have any questions about what I am wearing on my face, go ahead and leave a comment below and ask. But everything that I mention here in the video, I will already have in the down bar. So now that we've primed the lid, we want to take an eyeshadow that is about the same color as our skin tone to set that. And I'm just going to use the shade Lyric from the KVD Shade Light contour palette, which is this yellowy shade here in the middle. This is also the same powder that I used to set my under eye concealer, which is why I'm just using the same brush. And now we're going to take a large blending brush and take a shadow that is just slightly darker than our skin tone and put it into the crease. This is going to be like a transition shade to keep the darkness from getting too harsh and just make sure that the blending is very cohesive, if that's the right word. I'm going to be using Noble from the Nude Kat Von D palette, and since I have very deep set eyes, instead of just popping it into the crease, I blow mine out like almost all the way up to my eyebrows, because if I'm looking at you straight on, if I just put it in the crease, you're not going to be able to see it whenever I open my eyes. So I actually want people to be able to see color on something other than just my lid. So yeah. And just slapping it on there. I mean, this is kind of a messy look, so that's what we're gonna go for. And so with this look, whenever I do a smoky eye, I like to use some sort of color, whether it's like an orange to make it really warm, or this time I am feeling this burgundy color. I'm gonna see how that turns out. This, I can't get over, now that it's fall, I'm loving like the burgundy and the pinkies and the oh my god, I'm sick, I have a cold kind of eyeshadow looks. Yeah, I'm weird, I know. So just taking a slightly smaller blending brush. My blending brushes are probably a bit bigger than what you are probably using, unless you have eyeballs that are the size of mine. So yeah, and I'm just going to pop that into the crease as well, but again, I'm putting mine a little bit higher than what most people probably would. So yeah. And just blending that upward into your transition shade. Transition shade. And I like to place my color first into the crease and then work on blending it up. Again, with the whole... yeah. I forgot my train of thought right there. We're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. And I'm sorry about the light whenever it's auto-focusing. For some reason, whenever I do this eye, it doesn't like to focus on the eye. It's like, oh, you want to look at this blending brush? Like, no. And it's okay if you get any of the color on the lid, because our lid is going to be like black anyways, and so it's going to cover it up. Okay, and now is where we're going to pause with the eyeshadow and take And you're going to take a pencil eyeliner. This is what I am using. I'm going to put what this is in the down bar. I don't know how to pronounce the brand, but I will post a link to where you can buy it if you're interested. But this is the best pencil eyeliner I have ever used. It's very thick, but it blends out easily, and it stays on all day, even in like the waterline, which is what we're doing. So yeah, you're going to take your pencil liner and smudge it into your lashes. Like, you don't want any kind of gaps or anything, so that when you put on your mascara and stuff, you don't want to be looking all crazy. You want it to be just black. You want to have a brush on hand. Excuse how nasty it is. I like doing this kind of looks, and I haven't washed my brushes in a while. I know. Anyways, because it sets very quickly, so you want to work fast. I like to do half of my lid and then smudge it out, and then do the other. We just don't want any harsh lines or anything like that. And so blending that upwards is also going to act as a base for our black eyeshadow that we're going to put down. So double whammy, double win, win-win situation. I don't know. It's a good thing. And I know some people, when they do this, like to kind of wing out the colors. I have very round eyes, and so I find that when I try to wing the color out any, it just doesn't work with my eye shape. So, you know, stick with what looks good on your eyes. If it looks good to wing it out, then by all means, go ahead. It looks badass as fuck, but it makes me look stupid. So, I'm not gonna do it. Did I say what I was doing? I don't know. We're getting it in the waterline as well as smudging it all in the lashes on the bottom half as well. Bottom half on the bottom lashes. And then you're gonna smudge that out as well. And again, if you have, you know, pretty eyes and not big, giant, bulbous eyes like me, go ahead and wing that out if you want. And then do the other eye. This is definitely what takes the longest with this look. At least for me. And once you look like you've been punched in both eye sockets, it's time to move on. Back to eyeshadow. And now I'm just going to take the black shade in the Kat Von D palette and lightly tap your brush into it, and you're just going to dab it onto the eyelid. You don't want to sweep. You're going to get black shit all over your face. So yeah, don't learn the hard way. Just listen to me and just be safe. And then as you're adding that black, you can go back in with the blending brush that you put the color on with. Don't add any more to it. Just blend out the edges of that black into the color. You can go back and add more black if you need to, if you're blending away the pigmentation. Okay. And then we're going to take an even smaller blending brush, and we're going to take that burgundy color or whatever color you chose to do, and blend out the eyeliner that we did earlier. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush and get a little bit of black and deepen up the outer corners. And just kind of connecting it all together so that you don't just have like a black line and then a black hole. Like, you want it all to be smoky and together and blended. And then I'm going to take this shimmery shade called Skulls just on the tip of my finger and do a highlight. It always surprises me how pigmented and bright that shade is. If I can find my mascara. Oh, my hips hurt. Sorry if the light's changing up, you guys. The sun's coming out from behind the clouds for once in like 3 days while I'm filming. Like, really? Anyways, I'm gonna go into the brightness and do my mascara. And I'm just using the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. I've still just got a little bitty baby sample that I got from my Ipsy bag a couple months ago. It was probably longer than a couple of months ago. I'm nasty. Don't hang on to your mascaras. We're done with the eye look now. I'm just going to go in with a nude lipstick. I'm going with MAC Myth. If you don't like to go this pale, then go with something a little more you. And that is a wrap. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. Please leave me your comments down below. Let me know what you think, or what you thought, or what you were thinking while you were watching it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your friends. You know, be like, hey, check out what I learned how to do. Or, hey, check out this chick that doesn't have any idea what she's doing. So, yeah. I will see y'all next week. I'm going to be trying to I'm going to try to be uploading once a week. I'm thinking Tuesdays. So, we'll see how that pans out. Bye. I really hope the lighting's decent for this.